Ooh, what a marvelous day to be outside. 65 degrees, the sun is out, the birds are singing. Probably a good time to discuss something about climate change, or just climate issues, I guess. Let's get to that. Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to the channel. Always great to have you join me. Sounds like we have a emergency in progress. So much going on this time of year, it's always so noisy. But today I thought it'd be a good time to discuss a subject that keeps popping its head up here and there, just won't go away. Of course, it's part of the whole climate change debate. But what I'm talking about today is a young lady by the name of Greta Thunberg. You've probably heard her name before. You've definitely seen her face all over YouTube. She is the 16-year-old girl from Sweden that is supposedly one of the smartest people on the planet, and the largest activist for climate change for young people. You know, I've been watching Greta for a few years now, and I had to ask myself recently, is this young lady the true voice of her generation for climate change, or are we witnessing child abuse at its highest level? That's right. You see, for some reason, as a young person, she seems to be more knowledgeable than well beyond her years. Not that there aren't very intelligent young people. It just strikes me as unusual that every time we see her, she is giving a speech to either the president of some country or world leaders, or meeting at the UN.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
But you know, the more I listen to her, I have to say, are those really her own words? You know, does she have that wisdom that surpasses her age by that much? Because, you know, I don't really think so. To be honest with you, many of the things she says are the same exact things that you hear from some of the largest activists and lobbyists on the planet.
Because these days when I speak at meetings and I go on to say we are running out of time on climate, we are running out of time on forests, our oceans are being destroyed. And
actually, one of her speeches, I went back and I would say more than half of it was a speech given by another climate change activist, a professor from MIT. I just thought it was so interesting that they both shared word for word the same opinion.
In any 1 year, then what humans inject, almost exactly the same amount comes back up. So what we are is we're a net on top of that. So it's like saying that, you know,
it's uncanny. It's almost spooky. And then if you ever follow up on the information that she provides, it comes, of course, directly from most of the websites that the largest activists own. Again, verbatim, word for word. So for the smartest child on the planet, it appears more like she is the largest pawn in the climate change game. You see, activists and lobbyists, they know other adults speaking to adults, just as your opinion versus mine. But if you can get the voice of a child, oh, people always listen, right? When it comes from the mouth of babes, we're always so super impressed and so much more open to listening and helping. because, you know, they all keep saying we're leaving them a screwed up world. Oh no, it's the same world I inherited. Seems quite fine to me. Could use some improving like everything else in life, but it's not going to be the apocalyptic disaster that they're quoting. As a matter of fact, most of their information contradicts itself and actually leads to the premise that there is no real contribution from man when it comes to climate change. Oh, there's definitely climate change. It's a planetary thing that's been going on since our inception. And does man contribute? Oh, definitely, with pollution and some greenhouse gases. But is it enough to change the course of the planet? No, my friends. I'm afraid we're just ants in the scheme of things, and even though ants are very powerful, we are not powerful enough. But that's another debate for another video on another day. Today's video, I'll stick to the point, is are we now agreeing and participating in the open abuse of a teenager? She is very intelligent and a lovely girl, but I don't believe that her opinions are her own at all. I actually believe that we're witnessing child abuse on an intellectual level. See, everybody thinks of abuse as being physical or sexual in nature, but abuse is just using someone or something against their will to, gain, your own ends, to bring it to the means you would like. And that's what I see going on with this young person. I see groups of activists feeding her information, pumping up her ego, and then shoving her out in front of us so we can feel bad about what we've done. We haven't done anything. We can feel bad about making a buck in this world because we're manufacturing things. And I want to play devil's advocate for a minute. I want to know, are we just all willing participants in a child abuse?
As they turn your dream to shade.
Because we allow her to speak, we give her a higher status than most scientists just because she's a teenager. But it's obvious she's being used by climate change groups and people who have their own political agendas.
Washington, D.C. to make up their mind that our people are due now some degree of civil rights. No, we want it now.
So that makes us guilty too. If we give this kid that much power and we all hang on her every word, then we are abusing her as much as the people that are using her. I think every person has a right to their opinion, and it should end at that. I don't think Greta's opinion should carry so much more weight than anyone else's, and I truly think that we should re-examine the way this child's being used. But that's my opinion. I'm more curious, what is your opinion? And you know where you can leave that? In those wonderful comments down below. But y'all know how we do it here. Comment, like, subscribe. Love ya. See everyone in the next one.